Hey everyone, I'm Sly here with Flo, and I want you guys to check out what Michael Irvin said about Deebo Samuel's numbers not being what they should be for him to get that big contract. So let's check it out.
So if I'm Parag Marathe, who handles the contracts for the 49ers, I'm approaching this as a difficult negotiation because, again, Deebo is unique. He is one of one in terms of the skill that he has. But if he wants to be paid like the best wide receivers in football, he's nowhere near produced the numbers that the best wide receivers in football have, Michael. Number one, he's never played a full season, so injuries are an issue. Number two, he's never caught more than 80 balls in a season. I believe 77 is the most he's caught in any 1 year. If he wants to be paid like an elite wide receiver, he's never caught more than 7 touchdowns. As a matter of fact, he has a grand total of 10 receiving touchdowns. That's it in his career. I mean, Davante Adams, Tyreek Hill's numbers blow his receiving numbers away. They're not in the same neighborhood.
Right, and then what I'm going to have to talk to you about, if I'm his representative, that's not on him. That's on you guys. Those other guys you just mentioned, they got some good quarterbacks. Who have you gotten in here? You put all that money into Trey Lance and all that those draft picks and all that in Trey Lance. You didn't put him on the field. Get him a better quarterback like those guys you're talking about is what I'm going to say to you, and a pushback. You get what I'm saying? In the pushback.
Fair enough. Oh, I mean, it's a legitimate point.
Right, and that's what he's going to. He would be saying, look at what he's done with what you're trying to get rid of. You're trying to get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo, and he did this with him. You know he's not good enough. That's why you're trying to get rid of him. So get somebody that you know is good enough, and those numbers would jump. That's going to be the argument. That's going to be the argument that he has to have if I'm his representative and I'm in there. You know what I mean? That's just the reality.
Now, Flo, he makes a great point, something that I actually didn't even think about, talking about Deebo Samuel. His first 2 years really didn't produce because look at that quarterback. There's a reason why the 49ers are getting a new quarterback basically by Trey Lance because, we weren't putting up the big numbers. What do you think about Michael Irvin? Do you agree with him?
I got to say, I agree with Michael Irvin's comments. The quarterback freaking is like a big factor as far as receiver success, man. If you look at all the other 3 top receivers, Cooper Kupp, Davante Adams, Tyreek Hill, they all had great quarterbacks. Jimmy G is a good quarterback. He's not a great quarterback. And Deebo Samuel was able to put comparable numbers up to these guys. And that's also with him also rushing the ball maybe, 5-10 times a game too. So those are like reception yards that aren't going to him because he's running the ball, so they're not going to throw him to him the very next play, So Deebo Samuel is still able to compete with these guys number-wise with not an elite quarterback. So that's why I say pay the man. But what do you think, man? Yeah,
man, we've seen it all the time where all these receivers from different teams, they put up big numbers with superstars like Aaron Rodgers, and then they take off and they do nothing. Look at someone like Greg Jennings, for example, from the Green Bay Packers. He goes out, puts up big numbers, huge numbers. People are saying that Jennings is the best receiver in the NFL. What happens? He goes to Minnesota and no one ever hears from him again. So, I mean, Michael Irvin makes a great point about that, Give him a great quarterback and he'll put up great numbers. And he put up great numbers this year with Jimmy G, And with Trey Lance as well. Remember the 80-yard bomb he caught from Trey Lance? He's so imagine if he has Trey Lance a full season, what he'll do. So, I mean, Michael Irvin makes a great point about that as far as the contract negotiations, what the agent should be saying.
And yeah, a lot of people are saying that it was a 1-year thing, but ever since the rookie year, he's actually really produced for us. He hasn't been like Deebo Samuel of last year, but he's always been solid. So I don't get why people are saying oh, he's a 1-year wonder. He's been balling for us since he's got into our freaking franchise. He's given us that swagger, that toughness, and like you always say, he's kind of like the heart and soul of our offense, man. Our defense kept us in a lot of games last year. But if it wasn't for Deebo Samuel, man, we probably wouldn't have had that run all the way to the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, that's my take on it.
Yeah, man. So let us know what you guys think, if you agree with the playmaker or if you say absolutely not, that has nothing to do with this contract negotiation. Let us know down below, guys. Make sure to like this video, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.